Good afternoon, everybody. It is Dave Gilligan in for the marvelous Ricky Carter, and I have lined up some great guests for Wiregrass Strong today. I'd like you, everybody, to welcome our good friends, and let me remove this banner here so we can actually see them on the stream. I'd like to welcome our good friends Ann Cotton from the Cultural Arts Center right here in Dothan, Alabama, and Kristen North from the Dothan-Houston County Library System. They have joined me this afternoon for Wiregrass Strong because summer is more or less here. The official first day of summer, and you guys feel free to correct me, is sometime in the next 7 days. I want to say it's probably this Saturday.
I think it ended the 21st of June.
Is it the 21st of June that the official first day of summer is? And that is the reason I invited the two of you to be on Wiregrass Strong today. For the past 10 weeks or so, due to COVID-19 and all the restrictions that we've been on, we've been kind of relearning how to spend time with our family and how to entertain our kids. Well, the state is reopening. Okay. Summertime is here, and our usual normal summer habits may have changed due to the pandemic. And that is why, once again, I want to reiterate why I've invited these two very important people to Wiregrass today. First of all, welcome aboard, and be prepared to tell folks that are listening this afternoon what the Houston County Library System and the Cultural Arts Center here in Dothan are doing as far as the pandemic and planning ahead for the summer. Good afternoon, ladies. So glad you're with us.
Afternoon.
Kristen, let's start with you in the Dothan-Houston County Library System. I get emails from the library system because I'm a huge fan of the library. As a child during the summertime, it was a drop-off point. My mom would drop me off at the library, and I would pick up in the junior library section, and you probably remember this as well, pick up the little mimeograph sheet with the list of books that you had to read to get your sticker.
Yep.
And I would read those books, get the sticker, kids. And so I got to think that things have changed a little bit, not only over the years, but most particularly because of the COVID-19 outbreak. Kristen, what has the Houston County Library System got planned for this summer?
We have quite a bit planned this summer. And Dave, you were talking about the stickers. Those are now called virtual badges. So we still have those. You can sign up for their summer reading program. It's not just for kids anymore. It's for all ages. So birth through all the way up to 110, whatever. But we've got stuff planned all year. You can actually sign up for the reading program from the comfort of your home through our website, and it's on the Beanstack app. So we've got quite a bit planned, and everything that we have this year is offered virtually. So we won't have any in-house programs this summer. It'll all be online.
Aspect of the library system, I must admit, Kristen, having been a old school library goer where you go and you picked out your book and you checked it out. And so you say you've streamlined this with the Houston County Library System. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how people could maybe get a virtual library card, how they can start checking out books and join some of these summer programs you got going on?
Okay. When we were shut down during the COVID-19 shutdown, we were actually library cards through, you could contact us through our Facebook Messenger or whatnot. You can come in and get a card. You can probably still do the digital cards, whatnot. And what you do is you just sign up. You come to the library to get a library card. Anybody living in Dothan or Houston County can get a free library card. Any age, your first card's free. You can sign up for that library summer reading program. And actually, when you sign up for the reading program this summer, we're going to be giving away these little canvas bags. So everybody who registers gets a free canvas bag just for registering. And then you can go online, and we have everything virtual. Everything is either through Facebook or at dhcls.org.
That website, there's a lot of Kristen and Ann will be getting some information about how they can get in touch with you, but there's a lot of folks out there in this digital age that have kind of forgotten about the valuable resources that a library can provide. And now that the Dothan Houston County Library System has gone digital, so to speak, and everybody has got one of these little things, these little triangles, these little rectangles in their pocket, there's no excuse for not being able to do the research that you need locally. There's no excuse to not get homework assignments done virtually. And I tell you what, this is a little secret I know about the Dothan Houston County Library System. If you're a member, if you're a card holder, you can check out movies, you can check out audiobooks, you can read newspapers. There's so much information, I think, that a lot of folks forget about the little old library, because a lot of people think it's just a little old library.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've been here for about 25 years. And when I first started, it was just check in, check out books.
Sure.
And research, things like that. And over the years, we've evolved to more digital content. When we were closed for the 6 weeks, whatever we were closed for, our digital downloads went up about 25%, which is amazing.
That was me. That was me.
I did too.
COVID-19. Thanks for the Houston Live Crew. Okay, so
that's encouraging, don't you think, Kristen? That's encouraging for the community when you see a spike of growth like that in something as essential as a library, as a community library. And I want to stress the fact, and you can back me up on this, when something is bound to the community, like a library, like a cultural arts center, it really is a living, breathing part of the community that is just there for you for free.
Absolutely. It's one of the last few things that you can do for free. It's funded by your taxpayer dollars. And we just can't stress it enough. You need to utilize it and use those resources that we have. There's tons of online resources on our website. You can download free music, free audiobooks. There's all kinds of stuff. There's Learning Express where you can go.
That's where I wanted to go. I'm glad you went there, Kristen, because a lot of parents over this past 6 to 10 weeks that we've been shut down have been trying to come up with ways to not just entertain and occupy their kids, but there's been school being missed. And I want to say that the library system has resources to keep your kids up to date and up to speed, so that when and if things open and get to quote unquote back to normal, they'll be fully prepared, and it's free.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's one of our purposes of the summer reading program, is to keep kids their reading skills where they need to be. So when they're out for 3 months and now, 5 months with this COVID, they're not going into that summer slide. And when they restart school, teachers aren't having to spend weeks reteaching those skills lost, if kids aren't reading. So that's one of our main purpose. Our focus is to keep kids reading during the summer, but we have all kinds of stuff. There's Tumble Books, which is where you can go online and view those for free. It's like it's kind of like a downloadable ebook, but you get to see the pages and it tells you when to turn the pages, kind of like that. So it's a digital book that you can view online.
That's sweet.
There's gobs of stuff. I was actually in Advanced Auto Parts when we were closed buying gloves. So when we reopened for curbside service, we would be protected. Our staff would be protected. And I was sitting there chit-chatting with the guy behind the counter, and he was like, I haven't been in the new libraries and since they've rebuilt them. And I was like, gosh, that's 6 years. And I was sitting there trying to tell him, hey, it's not just about books. We even have downloadable Chilton manuals. You can use those things.
Really?
Yes. And he was so excited because they don't sell those in the store anymore.
That's right.
And those things are expensive. So there's you wouldn't believe all the resources that are available for free. And all it takes is a library card, which you can get for free for living in Houston County or Dothan city limits. So,
Kristen, that is probably the best news I have heard in this whole COVID-19 mess in a long time. I really have. That is great news. And Cotton of the Cultural Arts Center right here in Dothan, thank you for being on this morning. Kristen has got just some awesome things going on at the Dothan Houston County Library System. And I know that the Cultural Arts Center is one of those pulsing little hearts here in our beautiful city of Dothan that reaches out not just to folks that are interested in the arts, but you also reach out to folks that might not even know they're interested in the arts. Why don't you give folks a thumbnail about what the Cultural Arts Center is all about here in Dothan?
Well, we are home to 5 organizations, and those are Southeast Alabama Community Theater and Providence Christian Schools Drama Department, Tri-State Community Orchestra, the Wiregrass Youth Symphony, the Dothan Ballroom Dance Club, and the Memphis Art Studio at the Cultural Arts Center.
You got a lot of stuff going
A
on.
lot of people in our building, and it's a 42. It's the old Southside Elementary School, so it's a 42,000 square foot school. It has the auditorium. It has what was the cafeteria, and we call it the banquet hall. So we can do big productions on the stage, and we can do smaller productions in the banquet hall. The orchestra rehearses in the library. Mission Space Art Studio is in the 5th grade room. The gym is the shop for Providence Christian Schools Drama Department and SEAC to build their set pieces. And then the Dothan Ballroom Dance Club occupies 2 classrooms that we opened up, and that's their choreography studio. So we have exercise classes, and they teach tapicers there. So we've always got somebody in and out of our building all the time until COVID hit. And
Sure. And so you were telling us before we went on the air, and that thanks to some very generous patrons, you've managed to kind of regroup a little bit. So do you have anything planned for the summer at the cultural?
We do. We are not virtual yet. We would like to get there, but it's going to take a lot more work than we anticipated. So we're on the learning curve for the virtual part. We spent April and May developing videos to send to Hidden elementary students where we were teaching art and couldn't finish, and them to the parents, and the kids could do them at home. But it wasn't the exchange that you get like with what we're doing now with Zoom. Those are things that we have to look into how we can do that. But we are running a summer program, and it will be an actual program where you come in. The fun part is that where we normally take 12 to 15, we can only get 8 for social distancing in each camp. So we have art teachers, and they're going to teach the camps, and they've agreed to various terms as to how they're going to get paid, and because we only have so much money coming in from the students and their supplies to be gotten. So we have some generous donors that are going to help us make that work, because we have a number of parents that their kids want to be out, they want to go do some things. So we're going to practice social distancing, and we're going to practice class, and we're going to practice math, and we're going to practice some checkout and check-in procedures, and how many questions can we ask about your health and everything.
It's a new way of doing things, guys, and I think the sooner that places like the Cultural Arts Center and places like the library adopt those practices and make them the normal thing to do, the sooner everybody's going to be more comfortable taking part in what's going on out there. Now, at the Cultural Arts Center, and I always feel, I'm with SEACT a lot, and I always feel so welcome. And when I look around and I see the local art hanging on the walls, and I hear the dance instructors doing their dances, and I hear kids practicing the piano, and I hear people singing solos all over that building, a lot of people, when I describe it, get jealous. And I just say, all you got to do is go down there. Is it really that simple, Lynn?
Oh, like we publish online. We have a newsletter that we send out to Constant Contact, and it gives you every event that's going on within the center. All you have to do is email me, call me, leave me a voice message and say, I'd like to be added to that list. I can do that. I'm not soliciting. I'm just telling you, these are the things. These are how you get tickets, or this is how you sign up to do that. In fact, in June, on the 26th of June, we're going to do Name That Tune Bingo. Now, it's a fundraiser for us. It's a small one because, again, practicing social distancing, and you can only get so many people in so many square feet of space, But we're going to have a good time, and it's a chance to get out and go do something with friends, social distance, and support our organization while we rebuild since COVID-19 started. So we're also in the process of putting some policies in play that probably will stay, because I don't think this is the last pandemic you'll see. It's not my first pandemic in my life, but it's the first pandemic I've had to shut down a facility and run a skeleton anything.
Sure.
And at the center, there's one of me, and I don't know where the other skeletons are.
So, and while I got you on the subject of fundraising, let's go ahead and throw it out there. There's some folks listening right now that have seen shows They've participated. They've sent their kids. Why don't we go ahead and throw that website out there, even if it's a Facebook page, so that people, if they're feeling generous or they have fond memories of experiences at the Cultural Arts Center, they can throw you a bone.
Right. All they have to do is they can go online to our website. Any donation, truly, do not laugh. Any donation helps right now. Okay, because there's still utility bills to pay, and there's still telephone and internet bills to pay, and copier leases and everything else that goes with it. So the website is www.theculturalartscenter.org.
Theculturalartscenter.org.
If you don't put THE, the in, you'll be going to the Ozark Mountains in Arkansas.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. we don't want to support Ozarks. I seen a TV show about the Ozarks. I won't support them. Anyway, the Cultural Arts Center does a pretty fantastic job of outreach. And I want to kind of touch what those organizations that you house do as far as reaching out to our community and bringing the arts and entertainment to people that might not have access.
Well, I know that CACT is working on virtual summer camps this summer, and there's a way to sign up for them online. They will have 3 different sets of summer camps in July, and they are having a preschool or an early 4 and 5-year-old camp as well in July. So for kids, there's a lot of things to do there. They will do auditions for this year's children's production. It will not be a musical. I think they're looking at doing a non-musical because, as you probably are aware, there's a lot of things with singing.
Can't be singing.
And you can't do right now. Okay. And so dancing and everything. So they're looking at a different kind of children's production to do. So they'll announce auditions on their SEAC page. And then they're gearing up for they've changed all their fall shows and winter shows. I know they've got some musicals in 2021 lined up. I won't tell you those yet because she hasn't quite sent out her details yet. But I know she's got the musicals lined up. So they're working on that. State Community Orchestra has a great Wiregrass Youth Symphony group, and they are working on their strings program. But when it comes to the orchestra, they'll play in July at Landmark Park, and they'll be live in the outside so they can blow their woodwinds and their brass and not have any problems. But in other closed environments, they have to lose those out of their orchestra, which is really sad,
If y'all are sweet, I'll play the didgeridoo for you right now. I'll do it right now if y'all are sweet, but y'all got to be sweet.
So they're doing that Providence right when COVID-19 came. They were about to walk on stage and do Hello Dolly.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, sitting in my auditorium for months has been all the sets, all the costumes, everything for Hello Dolly. And I'm not sure that we're going to be able to put that out in July. We're going to see, because again, social distancing will limit the number of tickets. She might go broke trying to do that and repay the school for it. So I don't know. We're worried about that one happening. They're redoing their fall and their spring shows and stuff like that. But musical theater around here is loved by everybody.
Oh yeah.
And it's hard to do musical theater with all the guidelines we have to go by right now. So some of that will live, and we'll just have to walk through it and see. The Dothan Ballroom Dance Club can't even offer dance classes right now because
personal contact.
Ballroom dancing is a two-person contact sport.
That's right. That's right.
And I heard for them because there are a number of people that come to ballroom lessons on Tuesday nights and on Monday nights, and they come to the dances because that's their outlet. That's their thing. And I can't provide it because I can't social distance.
But and if anybody can overcome how to dance with somebody without actually touching them, it's Ann Cotton. Let me tell you, she'll figure it out.
We have discussed having Zoom lessons so you can learn dance in the comfort of your own home.
There you go.
Okay?
There you
We
go.
haven't quite figured out how to do the dance part where everybody gets together, and dances. That may be, but we're going to start in the back. We have a tentative date of the first Saturday in September. We'll do the dollar dance. It'll come back then. We're hoping that everything will be kind of ready to go, and we hope to start back dance classes in September. So we have a tentative plan for that, and we're hoping that we can do more events. Like we have Art and Sound Downtown set for September, and we'll do it in September then, whereas we were supposed to have done it in April and bounced everything around twice. So
Gotta do it.
And that team bingo will be our first really small one. And then we're going to look and see. We're working on some possible virtual events that you don't even have to leave the comfort of your house to enjoy, and maybe can help raise some money for us.
And I gotta be honest with you, and I think Kristen will back me up this. I'm about sick of the comfort of my own.
Yes.
I am about done with the comfort of my own home. Now, don't get me wrong, Kristen, taking a vacation inside of a book is always a blast for me. It's always a blast for me, but guys, I'm ready to get out the house. I'm ready to go to the library and go check out a book and get yelled at for being too loud. I'm ready to go to the Cultural Arts Center and get under Ann Cotton's skin because I won't leave her alone long enough so that she can get her job done. I'm itching to get out, but I'm so thrilled that you guys are coming up with creative solutions to make sure that the Wiregrass community has those resources available. And it may be, like Ann says, it may be very limited, or it could be wide open like Kristen's got going on. As long as you have access to a computer device, it's not as though you can't stay in contact with both of these great organizations. And your website, once again, was theculturalartscenter.org. We don't say www anymore.
Right, I know, but I'm old. I can say
I'm just saying. So it's theculturalartscenter.org, and that's where you can go find out not just the information that everything Ann and the gang has going on, but that's how you can find out if you want to make a donation, or perhaps you're a teacher listening to this program right now. Kristen, Ann, I don't want to speak for you, but I want to say that you guys are wide open to helping schools and teachers. And, I was going to ask you earlier, Christian, and this is for you as well. Have some of the local schools and some of the teachers been asking you for help, maybe providing some resources or even some ideas?
Oh, yeah. We had quite a number of teachers contact us during the shutdown with downloading ebooks and things like that. So we were able to help that way. And now we're getting those parents, the parents signing up for the reading program. So it's we've got all kinds of things that we can do. And if we don't have it already available and you have an idea, hit us up. We're all the time looking for new things, new ways of partnering with schools, teachers, parents, caregivers, you name it. We're here for our community. So if you need something, it doesn't hurt to ask. If we don't already have it, we'll try to make it happen.
It's like a used car salesman. If we ain't got it, we'll get it.
We'll get it.
Yeah. And we're developing a questionnaire to find out more about what people would like from us. So again, it's money spent. So we've written grants and we're seeking donors and help because parts of our building have wireless connections, parts of our building don't. So where we do our art classes, there's no wireless back there. So we would have to figure out how to wire the building and put wireless back there so that we could do things that might be virtual. Sure. We have a lot of ideas on the table. We have a new art project called Out of the Box Art. And originally we're going out into the community at various locations to do an art class. People could sign up so it would be close to them, convenient to them, something that they could do. We had art for adults and we had art for kids that we could do. And we had a number of places that wanted us to come. But right now we can't because they can't.
Well, Ann, I'm going to throw it out there. We're broadcasting across 4 radio stations in the Wiregrass right now. So I'm going to throw it out there. If anybody's listening right now and you love the arts, if it's painting, if it's singing, if it's dancing, if it's theater, and you want to help the Cultural Arts Center in Dothan, contact Ann Cotton and say, you know what, I'm going to help you set up some Wi-Fi. I'm gonna teach y'all how to do some Zoom or something. So let's just throw it out there, guys. This is one of those institutions, much like the library, that sometimes just gets forgotten until you need them. I was telling you earlier, Kristen and Ann, that my mom essentially used the library as daycare during the summer. I mean, seriously, she would drop me off in the morning. I'd pick up my reading list. She'd pick me up after work. I'd read all my books. I got my sticker. It was a good day. You know what I'm saying?
I spent hours at the library in the summer as a kid. Rode my bike to the library because I didn't live far from it downtown. And that's how I did my reading. All the books I knew that I had to read for the next school year, I'd already read them.
Get them done, girl. That's right. Get them done. So I'm so thrilled that you guys made some time out of your very, very busy days, especially y'all. It's Pizza Wednesday at my house. I'm supposed to already be at the oven. So I'm glad you guys broke away from your very busy schedules to talk with us this afternoon on Wiregrass Strong. You bring such a positive message, both of you. You bring such a community-minded message right now. And I tell you what, this world is turning topsy-turvy, not just because of COVID.
Yes.
And it's nice to have places of solace and comfort. And I want to say that both the Houston County Library System, the Dothan-Houston County Library System, and the Cultural Arts Center here in Dothan provide that in spades. I'm just really proud that we have the two of you and the two of your organizations here in the wonderful, wonderful city of Dothan and servicing Houston County and the Wiregrass. Just hats off to you. I've loved both of you for years, and I only just met Kristen. So that tells you how I feel about community programs like libraries and cultural art and community theater. It's a big deal to me. It's a big deal to the community. And believe it or not, your kids respond to the arts, and they respond to reading, and they respond in ways that if they're not exposed, you'll never, ever know.
Right. Well, I'm sure Kristen's lived in Dothan for a long time too, but this is my home.
Mm-hmm.
And anything I can do to make home better, to bring something to kids, to bring something to adults, to bring something to seniors, I want to do it. I need you to tell me as a community what you want. It's so much easier than to create it in my head, and then you look at me like I've lost my marbles.
And I do that anyway. Now, come on. I
can do that. But I would love for you to just send me an email, contact me on my website, let me know what you want. Let me see what we can do, see if there's a way we can partner, if I can bring something to you. We're open, we're workable, but this is home. And making it home and making the library part of everybody's life, it's important, okay? Because all we can do is grow our community, make it stronger, make it better from this point on.
Wow. Wow. That sounds like somebody trying to write a grant paper right there. Ann Cotton at theculturalartscenter.org. Thank you so much, Ann. It's theculturalartscenter.org. Christian, your website is DHCLS.org.
It's Dothan Houston County Library System.org. So if anyone needs anything, they can hit us up on that, or they can find me on Facebook or our Facebook presence. That's where all of our online programming is going to be this summer. So we have recorded story times and crafts, and just it's DHCLS.org. You can find anything you need.
Love the websites. Y'all, thank you so much once again for being a part of Wiregrass Strong today. I'm going to let you go. I told you it was 30 minutes. We did it in 28, and I think we did an outstanding job. You guys have a great afternoon. I love you two so much for caring so much about, like Ann says, about our home. I really do. Thank you two so much for being on Wiregrass Strong. We'll do it again next week with Brother Ricky. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Y'all are the best. That was so kick-ass. Did you have a good time?
Now you need a piece of pizza for me, okay?
That was great. We're still recording, and I just said kick-ass. Oh, well. It's the 21st century. I can deal.
That's right. That's right.
2020 has no rules.
Hey guys, let me just say this from the heart. Thank you. I know it was last minute, and I know that you guys are probably used to being home or renting up your days right now. So thank you once again for sparing a little bit of time with me, and I hope it pays off in spades. Let me do this little switcheroo real quick.
Thank you for doing this, Dave. I really do appreciate
Yes, thank you.
Because y'all were so sweet. And since we're still live on our stream, not on the radio, I'm going to give what I promised because y'all came through for me.
Oh.
Yes, sign him up. I think Tri-State Community Orchestra needs you, Dave Gilligan.
Yes.
Okay?
Some didgeridoo for you here in South Carolina. Thanks, guys. Have a great Wednesday. And now that I've got your numbers, I'm going to call you back. We're going to do this again. Okay.
Yeah.
Anytime, anytime.
We'll see you. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.